Hello everybody and welcome back to Hardcore Minecraft episode 7. Today I'm going to be collecting some netherite. So as you can see, I already collected lots of TNT. I have 9 stacks of it. I unfortunately lost the footage of collecting sand and getting some gunpowder, but basically I just AFK'd at my creeper farm and maybe destroyed a couple of beaches. But let's just go to the nether and get started.
Okay, so I've dug out this area in the nether. It's at Y level 15 right here, so Y level 15 is the best Y level for mining netherite. There are multiple Y levels to find netherite. You can find it between Y level 8 and 22, but Y level 15 is the most common. So I've dug out this area, 3 tunnels. There's one here, and one here. And I already actually got 1 ancient debris from it. This is what ancient debris looks like. But we're going to be branching off of each of these tunnels in a single layer like this. And we're just going to place TNT in this tunnel and blow it up. And hopefully... Okay, well, we got to netherite already. That was fast. It's 3. Wow, okay. But, basically, we're going to dig this tunnel like this, all the way down, as far as we want. Let's just stop here just to demonstrate, and then we're going to place the TNT. So the way we place TNT is to place 1, skip a block, place another one, skip a block, place another one, and just do that. And now, I kind of like, it's okay if you skip 2 blocks, so I'm just going to do it like this. See, maybe I skip like 2 blocks sometimes, or just 1 block. And it's alright, but just go like that, and maybe like leave a little bit of space between your main tunnel and the TNT. And I do not have a flame bow, so I'm just going to use flint and steel. Let's just do that. And as you can see, sometimes the TNT will not explode, so we gotta light it again. So let's just light that again, and let's watch it blow up again. And so the way this method works is you just keep doing this over and over and over until you uncover TNT in this large space, because as you can see, this TNT uncovers a very large space. So it'll make it much easier to find netherite. This is the fastest method for finding netherite. You can search up people who will tell you all the different methods for finding netherite, and they'll test it themselves, and using TNT is the fastest method. Okay, so it looks like I already found the netherite in this area. You know, I got 3 already, so that's kind of expected, but this is just how you do the method. Okay, so I'm just going to be doing this for the next few hours. I'm going to be using up all the TNT that I have. I have about 10 stacks of TNT. And I'll see you guys afterwards. Enjoy the time lapse.
While the time lapse rolls, let's talk about some tips I have for y'all. So first tip is I recommend that you always use a flame bow when mining for netherite. In this time lapse I was using a flint and steel, and that's actually because I lost my flame bow at some point. I'm not exactly sure how I did that, but I ended up losing my flame bow, so I used a flint and steel. But I recommend using a flame bow because it's just easier and it allows you to light the TNT from far away. Definitely much safer than having to get up really close to the TNT and light it and then run away. There are several instances where I actually almost died because I was too close to the TNT. The next tip I have is I like to remove lava. Like, you might notice that a lot of the lava gets uncovered whenever the TNT explodes, like, right, there's always a lot of floating lava everywhere, and so it's a good idea to remove it, to remove the danger of falling into the lava, but sometimes there can be too much, so I usually don't remove it if there's too much of it. But I mean, on the lava topic, you don't have to worry about your ancient debris falling into the lava, because ancient debris can't be blown up and the entity itself can't be burned. So if you drop into the lava, it'll actually like float with the lava and move. So I mean, in the time lapse you might notice that I've mined the netherite right above lava, and I just let it fall in there and I go and grab it later. It doesn't burn, it's totally fine. Also, there are a few times where I hit a basalt delta. As you might notice that the blocks instead of netherrack is basalt, and I actually stop there every time. So I recommend stopping whenever you hit a basalt deltas, because it's not a very good biome for mining netherite. Netherite is not uncommon in basalt deltas, but it's just so hard to get through the basalt deltas that it's not worth it. Like, a TNT only makes about a 4x4x4 space of area when you blow up basalt, but when you blow up netherrack, you get that massive tunnel that I've been making so far. So just avoid basalt deltas. Okay, but now let's talk about probably what's the main focus of this episode is, and that's my death. Let's go ahead and talk about that.
Oh, no. Oh no. I died. I died to a pigmen. Oh. I was flying next to lava, and the pigmen the pigmen pushed me into the lava, and somehow it got aggroed on me and it hit me, and I took so much damage. I was on 1 heart, and then the lava just finished me off. The fire damage. I couldn't heal fast enough. Oh, that is unfortunate. Well, at least I built a house. I built a house before I died. I managed to do that. Oh, that is sad. Well, I guess I'll see you guys in the next hardcore series, because this one's over. Let's just spectate. Oh, that is glitching out really badly, but yep, just got my bamboo, my bees, my house. I really like this house. I actually, in case you guys were wondering, I actually designed this house by myself. I used one singular reference picture, and I just mostly copied the block palette, and that was it. I just used somewhat of their block palette, mostly the mangrove logs, the dark oak lining, and these blocks right here, and the wall blocks. That's basically all I used, like directly copied. Otherwise, I built the entire house myself. In creative mode, I turned it into a Lightmatic schematic, and I built it. I hope that you guys can at least somewhat get an idea on how to build this kind of style. I made sure that the time-lapse was slow enough so you guys could see how I built it. I really like this style, but I think I might continue on with some other things, like maybe some more stuff with the jungle, depending on what I get in next world. You know, maybe the beach style would be pretty cool too, or the desert style. But yeah. Well, here's my head. It's a little bit faded. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.
Before we end off this episode, let me do a quick explanation. Basically, I died to a zombified piglin. What happened was, I got the zombified piglin to get angry at me. I aggroed it, by hurting it with TNT. So apparently there are several things you can do to directly harm animals or mobs in general, and blowing up TNT is actually tied to the player who blew up the TNT. So when the zombified piglin got harmed by the TNT, the TNT was tied to me. So the zombified piglin knew that I was the one who blew up the TNT and aggroed on me. And that's why it came after me, and it knocked me into the lava. And since I was gliding, it knocked me into lava. I was surprised. I didn't know what was happening. And then I swiped at the piglin, but then it hit me again. And at that point, I was at 1 heart, which was really bad. And I was also taking fire damage. And I was not hungry at all. My hunger bars were full, so I couldn't eat anything to heal faster. So then I wasn't healing, and I was just taking fire damage, and I was on 1 heart. So then I just burned to death, just like that. I had taken too much damage from the zombified piglin, and then the fire finished me off. So, lesson learned, I guess. Basically, I was a little bit dumb in this moment here. I didn't bring fire resistance potions with me. I think that's probably like the root of this problem. Blowing up TNT on zombified piglins is kind of something that usually happens in netherite mining. I've actually done netherite mining several times before, and I've had it happen plenty of times. I'm used to that part, but I didn't bring any fire resistance potions with me, and because of that, I burned to death after the zombified piglin had already hurt me a lot. So, tip to y'all, bring fire resistance potions. Don't forget those when you go into nether in general. Like, even if you're not netherite mining, I recommend that you bring potions just in case. Anything can happen in the nether. Anyway, that's all for me. See you all in the next series. Goodbye.